So we want to address the allegations, Billy. Me and Sean fucking hate each other.
God, I hate you. You did just shoot me in the face with the Nerf gun.
You can just feel the tension.
I'm starting to
magnetic.
Can we move him? That is so creepy.
No, take a
What
picture.
the crap?
I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I just noticed that.
Why are his grippers out?
He's ready.
Bro is in the sneako chair. We just need to put a cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah, we'll have the editor include that in the video.
God.
Make sure you get those feet in there.
For our
you gotta pay for the
listeners,
feet.
Our mannequin that Billy, our Billy,
Wow.
our Billykin, who usually
Specious.
sits in Bree's spot. He's
Because he
sitting right
refuses to
there,
work with us.
staring directly at Sean.
Do you have chapstick?
Yeah.
So he looks like Palpatine, by the way.
No,
he does.
We need to get like a robe.
He looks like Palpatine if he's an Invader Zim fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're afraid of him. He's
Yeah.
there. You know, dude, our comments have been wild lately.
My
Me and
mom
Sean
was-
hate each other. You
Yeah.
two are banging.
Yeah. Apparently I'm banging everybody here but you.
Sean's banging everybody. Sean's banging
Yeah.
Eric.
Fucking Sean.
And,
Hell yeah,
and then
dude.
they're having
Bull
an
in the
affair
ring,
with
baby.
Bree,
Yeah.
And then me and him hate each other.
Yeah.
We're just
Apparently, they can just feel the tension.
Yeah, they can feel the tension between
Yeah.
me and you.
Yeah.
But me and Bree had an entanglement. I'm sorry you had to find out.
Oh, dude, damn it! Not on the podcast, bro.
We're now
Live reaction.
Yeah, we're now a new throuple. We kicked Ruff out. We brought Bree in.
That's the rules.
And
That's how it works.
and me and Ruff now hate each other and we're breaking up.
It's
Yeah.
wild. There was like 20 likes on that comment.
Yeah.
And I was like, what
what
is
I've
wrong
learned-
with you people?
because the problem is that all it takes is for somebody to say something confidently, and when,
a whole chest.
and when the comment doesn't have the
Yeah.
inflections, it's way easier to sound
Oh, no,
confident.
they started with like I know someone in Ruff's hometown.
You know what the best part is?
You live like 1,500 miles away from your hometown.
I moved across the country like 8 years ago.
You
right?
wouldn't say the hometown
I've
either.
lived
That
in
was the best
Texas
part
for
about that comment.
almost a decade, right? And I don't know if people know this. When you move across the country and then have 2 kids, guess what? I don't talk to anybody from that country.
Bro, I have zero
my,
kids.
my,
From that country.
my dad, or from that country, from that state.
From that country.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
if
London is England's my city.
like my aunts are lucky if I talk to them twice a year. My dad's
Yeah.
lucky if he gets.
I talk to his aunts more than
I
he
talk
does.
to none of my family.
my dad is lucky
So
if
is
he
my
gets
parents.
a FaceTime a month, right? Like I don't communicate with anybody there. I don't
that.
even know if we've ever talked about what my hometown is, because to be honest, I don't know what I would constitute as my hometown.
I think like
I
the
moved
most
too much.
I think the most you've said is like you lived like north of the city or something like that.
Well, but that's the
You
thing is
know?
like I still don't know what I would even consider my hometown,
Right.
because like I bounced around. Like I know where I was born
Yeah.
was different from like the other 37 different places I lived throughout like elementary to middle school. I lived in the same vicinity of the area when I was in high school. So like all 4 years of high school, I bounced around, which I guess you could say that is like a hometown, but it's like 3 or 4 that we lived in. We just kind of kept bouncing. And then like as soon as I graduated, I went to college for a semester, and then I lived like 45 minutes north of where I went to high school when I was like an adult, and then I moved here.
yeah.
So I've never, like, in theory, I've lived in Austin longer than any other place I've ever lived in my life.
That's actually kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
But no, dude, the city where
Way to
I grew up
commit.
is so small,
Right?
it's hyphenated with the city beside of
Yeah.
it. Like that's small southern town is like when your town's not or city's not big enough to just be its a name on its own.
Did you live there like your whole life? Like, or did you move a bit?
So most of my life, and then I went to college in Raleigh, which was 3 hours east.
I thought it was
and-
Rayleigh.
That's right. You've been watching too much.
Yeah.
Apparently.
You've been watching way too much.
That's the problem. I heard Rayleigh. I was like, that's how it's spelled.
So I'm guessing you guys did not study Sir Walter Raleigh in school, huh?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, they probably did. They just,
Yeah. Fair enough.
True. Now, my history teacher was crazy. Like, she was a really bad teacher. Like, she was also
awesome
very
history
racist.
teacher.
Like unapologetically
Yeah.
racist.
One of my history teachers had a raccoon as a pet.
What?
Yeah,
Like
that's
in the
kinda
classroom?
Huh?
Like
no, she couldn't bring it in. They wouldn't let her bring
Why?
it into like
Why not?
class.
Why not?
We had class
So what?
pets.
Did it just stay outside and smoke? Like,
Yeah.
what?
No, I like lived in her house. Like she
Oh.
had like pictures of like, and I'll like.
Yo, shout out to Peanut the squirrel, by the way.
Yeah,
Sorry,
R.I.P.
I haven't learned about this. Can
Raccoons are
R.I.P. Peanut the
terrifying, by the
squirrel.
way.
Dude, they are.
No, the most
I wanna
I've
know
ever
what
been
happened to Peanut.
scared, like by what I
Peanut
thought was
got
like a home
euthanized.
invasion. Bro, it was like 3 a.m. My dog wanted to go outside, and like this was like I lived in like more woodsy area at the time, and like I always like looked out the blind because there'd be like squirrels out there, and like I would always be afraid that like if they saw a squirrel as soon as the door opened, they're just gone. And there was a raccoon, but the problem is the raccoon was standing straight up, and that thing looked like it was 3 feet tall.
Bro.
It looked like a hairy toddler was just like trying to bust in my house.
you don't
at
fucking
3 a.m.
know.
Scared I literally screamed.
I don't. So
You don't mess with trash pandas.
I don't
dude.
know.
You don't mess
They
with trash
scared
pandas.
the shit out of me.
Imagine. So there was
The
one.
size, it was so big.
So you want to know something crazy?
It looked like a toddler that lifted.
Back in the day when I used to work in hospitality, I'd always be the guy because, like, I try to be nice to my housekeepers, and like if they had garbage, I'd be like, hey, let me know and I'll take it out for you. Like I'll take it down.
Good guy, Eric.
I try to be, I try to be
You're
nice
the
because like
garbage
Oh,
man.
but when
You
I try to
can't-
be nice and tidy up for my maid, it's a big deal.
what? Wait, we're going back to this.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
We get it. You hate women. Shit. Like,
No,
it's starting to be embarrassing.
Technically,
Y'all are
it's the
making
opposite.
fun of me for helping her out. He helps her
damn.
out. And you guys are like, bitch,
But that was different.
Eric.
And Eric wasn't paying her. He was
I'm
working
not paying
there.
the housekeeper. Like I don't pay the housekeepers.
He doesn't
I don't,
own the
I mean,
hotel.
I'm not the one handling the budget
If
for the
Eric owned a
hotel.
hotel, something tells me he wouldn't be here with us right now.
Yeah,
Dude, that-
I was just funny enough, owning a hotel, you don't make money. Like it's literally just
Right.
it's just sunken costs because it's just constantly replacing and fixing things.
Bro,
that
I
people
heard
break.
on Bree's ballot, she filled in all the circles that weren't Kamala.
Wow.
Damn.
She voted for everyone else.
Damn.
So
Yeah,
when I was taking the
won't say
trash
that.
out for my housekeepers, it was at night, so it's like
We
6
know
o'clock
who
at
Sean
night
voted
nighttime.
for.
And you have to lift those big ass the big lids on the dumpsters. So I went to lift the lid. Bro, I have never seen so many raccoons in one spot
No,
before.
that's- no.
That shit scared the fucking piss out
They
of
all
me.
just looked up
they're
at you.
huge.
Like because
I-
there had to be at least 17
crazy.
to 20
No
raccoons
shot.
just in the trash because that's what
No
they'll do
way.
is they'll
Yeah.
go
That
they'll
many?
climb in those big dumpsters
Yeah.
and like eat all the food and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
they'll use something to climb out. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I fucking panicked, dude. I dropped the cash. I'm like, what the
Dude.
fuck? Because like you have to.
Drop the cash. No, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's not one of those, it's not one of those things where like you just
Raccoon
open the
panic is
lid and
real.
it's done. Like you have to fucking work to lift those lids. I'm 6'3", and it's like I've got a garbage can and a garbage bag in one hand, I've got a lid in another, and I'm just looking at
And I
these
just
things
threw
like,
the grenade in there
what
and ran.
the fuck, dude? So. Long story short, I had to after much panic.
I heard a 12-year-old girl screaming out there.
yeah,
she went that way.
I let out a yipe on that one. That was I don't think my voice has ever gone so high before.
That's when you be making those sounds where you're like, how?
How did I do that? So funny enough, they all got trapped in there. Because apparently,
Damn, Eric, Eric killed
no. Okay, so what happened was after
let me
opening it
justify
and
this
kind of
real
looking
quick.
at it, they couldn't get out. Whatever
Right.
thing that they were using to climb in,
You knocked
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
I didn't knock it over. Someone else did because I saw it in the trash in the thing, and I was like.
Eric
Oh.
had a chance to save
I got-
them, and he just said
I
no.
got-
Wait a second. Okay, all right.
Damn.
Patience.
Damn,
Fucking
this
bro.
raccoon story has MCU like fucking depth to it. Shit,
No,
let's
dude,
go.
this is
I like
the
it.
origin
No, I
story of
just
Rocket
went-
Raccoon.
You just go grab a board and I just jammed it in the trash can.
There's
I didn't
someone,
hit them,
on
and that way
TikTok.
they can get out.
They do that every single day.
Yeah.
they save
Oh,
raccoons.
Every day
Oh,
they have a
that's dope.
dumpster in the back where they
That's
have to go
wild.
and
No.
put the.
You
It's
have
the
to
same
put-
raccoons every
you
single
just
time.
take a board and
They're all
that way they
named.
can grip it and walk out.
It's
'Cause
just a family.
Bro, but it scared the shit
no,
out
they
of
are
me.
they are.
I mean,
there any
that
babies?
many?
Huh?
Were there any babies?
Yeah, there were some babies.
No.
Well, because like the thing is, like, keep talking about the raccoons. Where my hotel was located, it was right by a nature preserve.
Yeah.
Right. So we always had raccoons coming up to the front area, like the lobby, and just going in the trash can. And it was almost like every night, homie was like, he'd crawl up, do his thing, crawl in the garbage can, grab whatever he wants.
No, they're awesome,
And I
dude.
swear to God, this happened, and it blew my mind. I saw a cat and a raccoon working together.
Oh yeah.
Like that shit.
Nah,
was-
nature's beautiful,
So,
No,
they're
so
smart,
basically,
man.
what happens is the raccoon would climb into the trash can.
Yeah.
Grab the trash with the food on it.
Yeah.
Throw it out to the cat. The cat would then like open everything up, and they'd eat together. It was wild. And
That's
I'd watch
sick.
them do it while working my like 3 to 11
I mean, it
shift.
makes
Because I'd just be
sense.
like, bro, that's fucking awesome. Like, y'all are working together to survive now. I'm proud of
it's
you.
like
Bro, they got to do what they
show.
got to do.
But it's like we had guests who would freak out about it, like the new ones.
Yeah.
But our regulars fucking loved them, dude.
He's here more than you.
Well, because they won't even like they'd be like, oh my god, it's a
They live
raccoon. I'm
here.
like, dude,
Yeah.
they're just going for the trash. Like, yeah, I mean, you can give them food. They don't like. There's a couple times I'm not gonna say anything, but like, I totally did like give him like a Kit Kat. I'd be like, yo, homie, here, you want a Kit Kat? And I just hold it out. He'd kind of he gets scared
Give him a
and then walk
Snickers.
up. And it was the weirdest thing because they would like grab it with their paws like this, and then they would just fucking.
Nah,
Yeah.
they're adorable, bro. They got little hands, man.
Their little fingies.
Nah.
It
They're
is
so
weird. Like
cute.
why? Like raccoons are like the only animal that really like outside of monkeys, right?
Sea
that
otters.
have sea otters.
Like otters have little hands.
Yeah, otters.
They're
Really?
adorable, bro. Yeah.
That's
And it's wild.
I don't know.
'cause, like,
I think raccoons are cute as fuck.
I haven't seen a raccoon.
they are until they have
since
babies,
I've
and
lived
then they
here.
get real scary.
Yeah, but
real
then the
quick.
babies are cute.
Well, the babies are, but the mom gets very defensive.
duh.
Have you guys seen raccoons since you moved here?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of armadillos.
I don't think I've
Not in
seen
this
any
area.
raccoons.
I haven't seen an armadillo.
Yeah.
I mean,
seen
I
an
guess
armadillo?
maybe. I guess you are maybe a bit
There
further
is a dead
out.
coyote by the side of the road where I
Because
live.
we used to have to bungee cord the trash cans back in New York because these
Wow.
fuckers were relentless.
Yeah, they would just-
if
they'd
you
open
did
it.
not bungee cord it shut, trash would be everywhere
That's
every
crazy.
single morning.
Yep.
Like you'd see them come out of the sewers. Like those motherfuckers are everywhere.
I don't think. Oh, I mean, the thing is,
but I haven't seen one
for
in
where
years.
we live. We don't have a lot of like open woods.
No.
we have a lot of like
True.
built woods and industrial woods where
Yeah.
it's like here's a small little park surrounded by a bunch of houses. No animals can live there.
True, yeah.
Right.
Dude, that was my biggest heartbreak with moving is because in our old house, our house was backed up against like a creek.
So you get a
And
lot of nature.
We had a whole family of bunnies that lived under our we had a porch way in the back of the backyard that had the shed on
Didn't
top
Rumble
of it.
kill a bunch of them?
Listen, I'll get there.
It was,
We had
Sorry.
a big family of bunnies
Spoilers.
that lived under this deck, and we lived there for like 3 years, and so we'd see them every season. We'd see different types of bunnies, like baby bunnies, and then the
a
big
lot, like,
bunnies
every day.
Like at
they were out
nighttime,
there.
because they're active at night. You would look outside and just see like a bunch of little beady eyes of like these bunnies that they freeze the second you open the door because they know Rumble was there.
You let Rumble
Oh.
out, and how I would know they were out there is he'd run out, but then he'd immediately stop and he would just stand there.
He'd do like that pointer
Still.
dog
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
Like
Or
you
he
ever
would
see
just
those,
stare at them
and for dude, he'd do it for like 10 minutes. He would
until
just
one of
stare
them
at
moved.
And like if you try to talk to him, and he'd like give you the side eye, like shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
I'm doing something.
It's-
some work right now.
But the
Here,
thing
Ray.
is
He's
this-
looking right at me.
This gentle giant, he didn't want to eat them. He just desperately wanted to
To
play
murder
with them
them.
so badly. And one day, on the
not
day
what
that
you
we
wanna
were
do.
leaving the state to go to New York,
Yeah, I think that's.
I think it was going to New York. We had my old friend watching our house, watching the dog. She was about to show up, like literally 30 minutes before
Yeah, it
we were
was,
leaving
like,
to the
right
airport.
before.
And I look outside and I see Rumble just rolling around, just like being a maniac like he does.
Yeah,
and
he'll go
then-
out there and he'll just roll around on his back, and he just looks like a crazy person.
Yeah, now Gravy does that.
Yeah.
And I saw a big bunny like running around that he was chasing, and then he was like rolling around. I go outside. Oh my God, this dog had rolled over a baby bunny and killed it because he was just trying to play
was
with
trying
it.
to just roll around
and
on the
he
ground
didn't
with
know that like how big he doesn't know how big he is.
No, that dog.
It's weird that dogs don't realize
No,
that.
dogs kill on purpose, and they were just rolling on it to get the stink.
Yeah,
on
he
there.
was he was claiming his territory.
Well, and then he did it again.
That
but
was a
this
warning.
bunny-
That was like Pirates of the Caribbean when they had the pirates hanging in the cove. That was
leaves a bunch of dead bunnies in the yard.
Yes,
that was
yeah.
Rumble saying, "This is your line.
You stay
You get to
out.
stay behind this."
Well, I saved another bunny that was like not literally paralyzed, but when they're scared, they just like fake dead. And I picked it up and
Same.
I started like,
Are you saying bunnies disassociate?
yeah, they do. Baby bunnies, they don't know what to do. It's like they're,
They go into shock. Probably.
yeah, they go into shock. Yeah. And so he was in shock. And so we took him into the house and like warmed him up and got him this like, put him in this like Tupperware container with leaves and grass and whatever. And then he started to come back to life and he was like jumping around and hopping around in a great mood. And I told the person who was watching our house, I said, do you feel like you can keep an eye on him until tomorrow and then take him to the animal rescue nearby? And she was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then after a little bit, she was like, he's like in a really good mood. And I said, I mean, you can try to let him go in the creek behind the house. Like that's where his family is. Not in the creek, but when I say creek, I mean there is supposed to be a creek there, but we live in Texas, so there was no water.
It's like, a little bit of water.
So that's where his whole family lived. And so she, dumbass, let him out in our fence still. And what do you fucking know? Rumble went and fucking killed it.
Huh. Crazy. Yeah. It's almost like he wasn't trying to play with him.
Yeah.
And we... Well, no, he did the same thing. No, he did the same thing.
Link is a killer.
Oh, yeah, Link would have...
Link has successfully, in the span of 5 seconds, has escaped out the front door and tackled, like, lizards. He's killed multiple lizards. I've had to pry a lizard out of his mouth once before.
He growls.
Yeah, Link is a crazy
I don't know where he would get it, but Gravy in, like, 2 or 3 houses ago, Gravy found, like, a dead snake.
Oh.
And he just like brought it inside.
Oh.
And it's like, bro, what? And so like I got it, I throw it away. The next day, he has it again. I'm like, how the fuck did you get this? It was like in the big, like giant brain.
So,
yeah, it looked like that. I was like, either he found a collection or like he was opening the trash somehow.
So I just unlocked a core memory because you just said that. So when I was living in Michigan, I used to have a chocolate lab, like a big, like 65, 75 pound dog. Like my boy, that's my boy Rocky. And I lived in Michigan at the time, and like where I lived, I literally lived in the woods. Mm-hmm. Like I was away from everyone. Yeah. I lived in a city called Sawyer. The road I lived on was called Sawyer Road. That's how small of a city I was living in at the time, because I was, growing some greenery.
It was a one stoplight town.
It literally was.
It didn't turn green.
I didn't even have like a Walmart.
Red the whole
I had
time.
like a Best Western and like a little
you had
store.
A Rite Aid or
it was terrible.
Drugstore.
But like, so I lived literally out in the middle of nowhere. So like at the time, like I was just like, hey, you know what? Like my dog wants to go out. I don't have a fenced in yard. Go, he'll come back. Like he's an old lab. Like he's like 12, 13. No, at that time he's probably like 14, 15 years old. Yeah, he's an old man.
The only time he's gonna wander off is to die.
Yeah, he's not going very far, right? So like I was just like, hey, you know what? You want to go outside, buddy? Go ahead. I let the door open. He lets himself in and out. We vibe, And there's not many cars going on that road, and since I previously lived on a highway and he got hit on the highway, he knows to avoid the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dog was a truck. He got hit when he was 9 months old.
Crazy.
He got hit on the highway.
9 months?
Yeah, he was 9 months old. He got hit on the highway, dragged underneath the front bumper of the car 90 yards down the highway.
And he was okay?
Got out from underneath the car, was in shock, and started walking back home, but started walking back into traffic. The driver of the car had to get out of the car and actually lay him down while I was running like down the highway to get him. Because basically, like, long story short, we had 2 dogs. My dad was on crutches at the time, and he let both the dogs out to come in the garage with him. And instead, my older dog bolted for the highway just to kind of be a dummy, and him being a puppy just followed.
Yeah,
right.
Like
so Lincoln got across both lanes of the highway and came back. No problem. No problem issue.
So
Rocky
what you're saying is a Lincoln's
lane.
really good at surviving a crash test.
Damn right. So long story short. Homie got a fractured hip. He had to have like 9 pins put into it.
God damn.
Like he had to after that, puppy lived the good life. He was an inside dog.
Yeah.
He was just like he vibed. He was like that's why like if he wanted to go outside, I knew he was coming back.
Your dog had a Disney animal experience.
100%, dude.
As a baby, just
He's like, I survived.
He was one of the best dogs I
again.
ever had.
Yeah.
So when I was living in Michigan at the time, I'd let him go outside and this and that. Homie came back with the weirdest thing I have ever experienced in my entire life. So I was sitting there, and I forgot. I think I was playing like DC Universe or something. I was just fucking around playing a game. And all of a sudden he comes up and he kind of nudges me. And I'm like, oh, what's up? And I give him a pet. And I go to pet him, and I like pet his nose. And I feel like this thing coming from his mouth.
Is it a human arm bone?
Okay, Bree. All right, cold case. Jesus Christ. All right.
Bree says it's going to be really cool if his human remains.
We're going dark
the
here.
skin still
that
on the
happened
hand?
last night where I was watching something that was like not related to this at all. It was like about a comic book artist. And like this lady who like lost her leg or something.
Bree was like, but were they murdered?
No, and literally Bree like is playing Call of Duty and looks up and is just like, was this like a murder? And I was like, no, she just said she got sick and lost the ability to walk. And she was like, oh, all right, never mind.
That's boring.
sorry to interrupt. Back to the dog, but yeah.
So as I'm petting him, I'm kind of feeling it, and it's like it's got like these weird jagged edges. And I look over, homie is holding a turkey leg.
Oh,
not a rotting turkey leg, like an actual like with the toes
feathers?
and everything. And it was just a whole ass thigh, like a whole ass uncooked turkey leg. And I'm like looking at him like,
Bro said because I already ate the rest of the turkey.
I'm like, where did you find this, dude?
Yeah.
Like, I'm out in the middle of woods. No, there's no turkeys. I have one neighbor who's across the street.
You didn't hear any gobble, gobble, gobble?
There was no gobble, gobble.
Oh
at all,
no, he gobble
bro.
gobble
Like,
up that turkey.
Bro, I was flabbergasted because I'm looking at this thing and it's like, it's not like, because you know how like when you could see something rotting, right? And like I looked at it, I'm like, it's not rotted. There's no flies on it, and there's no blood. Where the fuck did you get this like weird looking like turkey leg from out in the middle of nowhere? And I'm like, homie's just looking. He's like, yo, look what I found,
He ripped
dude.
that shit off and bolted. There was a turkey in there just.
Damn.
Nah,
You
dude,
probably killed that
He
turkey.
wasn't that vicious.
Somebody
though.
was probably
Apparently he was.
somebody probably was like making a turkey that they like hunted and killed. And like there was like the whole cartoon thing with like a pie on a windowsill, except it was a giant ass turkey leg, bro. And he just snatched it up from like one of your neighbor's windows, and like came back with his prize.
He was, and like I said, it was the strangest encounter because I was like, bro, I was like, I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I don't have any neighbors. The nearest neighbor I have is probably like, I don't know, 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
Like on either side. Like there's that much just forest. So I was in heaven because I go out there and disc golf and throw around in it. But like, I'm like, you just found a turkey leg?
That is like really random, like
a turkey leg.
because it's like the fact that it was. There
How'd
was
you know
no
it was
blood.
a turkey?
It had the three things with webbed feet, and it was about this long.
Turkeys are fucking huge, by the way.
It was very big.
Yeah.
Like it
I
was
cannot-
like
turkey
the
hunting.
leg itself was like that.
No,
thick. It was very.
I grew up in an area with wild turkeys that were like just be walking around.
They're huge.
and they're
for
huge.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, I was just about to talk
I'm
about
ready
the turkey.
for Thanksgiving.
Why?
So my dad moving here, he's bringing his Traeger, and he volunteered that he would smoke the turkey this year.
Oh, cool.
And his Traeger that he's been dying to use for the last 3
We're
years.
gonna eat ourselves into a coma, boys.
I'm so stoked.
I think I'm
for
coming
Thanksgiving.
to y'all's Thanksgiving.
No, you will be.
No, you are.
I think I don't.
We're gonna force
I
feed
think
you
we are.
edibles, and
I gotta see. I gotta see what my family's doing.
Eric's gonna blow. You guys are gonna do the best friend thing where you put your pinkies together, and he's gonna blow the weed smoke into your mouth.
dude,
Through your
that's
hands,
core
too.
memory unlocked
That's
right
hot.
there, dude.
We'll
That's
feed
hot.
as many mouths as you bring. I don't
Yeah.
care how many people you bring. We will feed them.
Y'all are my only friends, so like.
I
Yeah, Eric will be
same,
there.
Man.
The question is, does
Wow.
Sean
All right,
like
so
Wow.
you want to hear how
Wow.
sad my life is? I don't want to say it's sad because it's great, but like I go disc golfing like almost every day. I meet people all the time. We exchange phone numbers all the time. Like I probably
I'm
exchange
finding out about it this
with, like,
way.
Damn.
I know, right? My bad, bro. Yeah, but you know what?
Damn.
You told me on the podcast with the briefing, so now I get to share mine. Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
Damn,
So like
but he's been doing this
almost-
for a
Damn.
while.
every week.
When I
like-
cheat, it's cool.
almost every week, I have traded phone numbers with at least like one person who I've just randomly just met up
Right.
with disc golf
every
course.
week?
Yeah, like
That's crazy.
That's
I
too
did-
much interaction
Well,
for me,
it's
bro.
one of those things where it's like.
It is crazy how like introverted me and Sean are, and how extroverted you are.
Yeah, you're extroverting for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the thing is, okay, so like I'm a weird person when I disc golf. I only use 2 discs, a driver and a putter, because that's all I need.
Yep, I know what
So a
those
lot
mean.
of the times, like when people are out there, they kind of like they see me
These
walking
are
up
words
and they're
that
like,
can add to other stuff.
"You're
yes.
only using 2
No,
discs."
I will say this sounds like a normal thing. Like, well, yeah, why would you need any more than 2 discs? But like the time that Eric did drag when he came and visited, and he did drag me out to go disc golfing, and we ran into some people. And yes, he absolutely did spark up.
He does that
conversations
to
with them.
everyone
But,
anywhere
like,
we go.
These people, they legit had backpacks filled
That just seems like
with
a lot.
discs.
It's like-
filled. There
It's
was
all the
one
truth.
dude
I mean,
that
it's
had a thing
similar
on his
to
side.
golfing.
He had like 8 or 9 just on his side.
Yeah.
Well, when someone goes golf, they have a whole
They have a whole
Yeah.
bag of clubs.
clubs.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
And like
No,
that's,
I guess you're right.
That for some people, that's the same mentality for disc golf.
Yeah, but
for me, it's like,
See,
I want to get shit done.
I understand like what you're saying there, but that would be the only equivalent to that though is like if I'm throwing different balls on the golf course, not hitting different balls. So like, because like, you know, the way like a golf course is set up is like the terrain and like against the club, right? Like you're in the rough, so yeah, you need an iron or a pitching wedge or something to get out. Like you need your sand wedge for the bunkers and stuff like that. Whereas like with disc golf, you're throwing it, and like I can understand like different aerodynamics, probably like wind speed, like getting things to like slow down or spin back, or
a lot
or
of it is mostly wind control.
Yeah.
So it's like you have discs that will just fly straight.
Physics.
You
It's
have
the physics of
you
it.
have a disc that if you're, let's say I'm throwing in 20-mile-an-hour winds, right, which does happen.
Yeah.
I want a disc that will go straight and will fight the wind to go straight. Whereas another disc I'll throw, you'll just throw it and it'll instantly just dump.
I don't
into
know.
the ground,
I feel like
right?
disc golf seems like one of those sports.
It is
like,
complicated, but it doesn't need to be.
Right. Well, that's what I was going to say. I feel like it's like one of those sports to where it's like guys like you went out there with like 2 discs having a good time. And then randomly some dude just started taking it way too serious. Like that 45-year-old guy at the rec that comes in like the knee braces and like the full like Under Armour, like Lycra gear. And it's like, bro, we're just shooting around. Like you ain't got to be doing all this. And
like
so like,
bowlers.
and
It's bowlers.
and completely
Bowlers.
changes the fucking sport.
Well, a lot of
Professional
it, what it
bowlers
is it's professional.
give me those vibes.
So like they'll see professionals on camera who will like have like an entire bag of discs. They'll have like
I need that.
They'll have like 18 different discs, and they're only playing 18 holes.
Yeah.
Like, and you can only throw 1 disc at a time. You don't need that many. But for a professional, it makes sense because you can beat in the plastic a certain way, and then you kind of know how it's going to determine.
No, but it
the
also
win,
makes
right?
sense that like if you do it for a living, you're gonna have more.
You're gonna have that
I mean,
collection,
weirdly
right?
enough, on a very different scale, like not sports related, right? We see that with content. Where like people are like, I want to make YouTube videos, and they go out and they spend thousands of fucking dollars on all of this equipment that they don't know how to use. They don't even know if they like making videos.
I mean, you can say the same about my hobbies.
Yeah, true.
Are we gonna talk
Dude.
about the yarn and the knitting?
It's not just yarn. It's,
No, I guarantee if we brought a psychiatrist in here, every single one of us would get diagnosed
No,
with
so
something.
funny story about that. I had a meeting with my psychiatrist today, just as like the check-in for like my medicine and stuff for the antidepressants I take. And I was like, yo, just curious. I was like, can you diagnose me with ADHD or see if I like have it? And she's like, technically, yes, but like through like whatever, like we do it through, like that's not part of like the plan. So like she sent me like this whole thing about like neuropsychoanalytic like person you need to look up, a psychologist to like get diagnosed or whatever. But she was kind of like alluding, she was like, you're probably bad. Like,
yeah.
the crochet thing I've kept going for a while. I'm actually in the middle of a crochet project right now. I'm trying to make Maeve a beanie before we go to Oregon. Oh yeah, next week I won't be here. I know.
Yeah, Bree's ditching us again.
wow.
Again.
I'll be in Oregon
Like
for
she
10
ditches us
days.
for
It looks
lunch.
like I'm
all
coming home early.
Yeah, about time.
So I'm trying to make her a beanie before we go because over there it's already like 50 degrees and lowering. And we have like no winter clothes. So
It's
don't
gonna
really
be
know.
cold this week.
It's like
75
70 degrees.
$.
It's going to be in the 60s,
Bro,
50s.
That ain't cold, homie.
Yeah, when it gets
Here
to
it is.
50
No,
here.
because now we're going to vibe at this temp for a while.
That's disc golfing weather,
I know.
homie. That ain't cold.
I'm not saying
No, this
I
is
dislike
good
it.
weather. But then you start, and then like next week in Oregon, it'll probably be down to like the 40s. And
No,
then
I think
it just
like in North
keeps
Carolina, it's starting to be
going.
like where I live is like in the 60s,
I was considering going home
50s
because
now.
of this. Nope. I was like, you know, do I want to go home in December? Like go up to Chicago? And I was
That
like,
sounds fun.
No.
it's gonna be negative. I'm like, I'm gonna go from like vibing in like 60 degrees, 70 degree weather to
That
negatives
sounds
again.
like-
I was
Not
like,
to continue interrupting the woman on the eve of what the first woman president might be elected. But no, that's like, dude, up north and like out your way, that is like the coldest I've ever been, where it's like the wind
it's horrible.
like literally pierced my
Yeah.
skin and hit my bones. I'm like, how is that even
The,
possible?
the North is
It
the
went
whole
through my
reason.
body.
Any jacket you get to, at the bottom of it, there's like a little string you can pull.
Yeah.
We are the ones who probably created that. I don't know who did, whose idea it was,
Yeah,
but it's probably in the
from
North
us.
because in the Windy City, there's a reason why they call it the Windy City, not the Cold City. Because that wind coming off Lake Michigan, them southern Canadian winds, bro, will chill you to the bone.
Bro,
Yeah.
It is not fun to wake up in the morning to.
I went to Vermont once when I was like younger with like my aunt. She did this like cabin, and it was so cold that we were trapped in the cabin for like I think a day or two because it was too cold to go outside. Like if you had
No.
any
See,
exposed
where is that
skin,
fun?
that's what I'm saying.
It hurts.
It was literally
It
like
hurts.
no, it
How
was
is
like
that fun?
frostbite level. Like it was like
No, I
if
know.
you are
It
out
hurts.
for X amount of
Yeah.
time and you have exposed skin, like if anytime we went out, you had to literally cover everything but your eyes and
Yeah.
like possibly
Because you get
goggles.
windburn.
Yeah,
You would literally get windburn
but
from
I was
it.
like, this sucks.
And the other thing that sucks the most about cold weather is when you're actually cold, your skin tightens up. So if you actually get like a cut,
makes sense.
you'll feel it more and it'll hurt more
Ow.
than if you were actually in a warm condition with the same
I mean,
cut.
that's what they say some women do is like for like skin routine is like as soon as they wake up, they dunk their head in like an ice bucket.
Oh
Makes
yeah,
sense.
I keep
mean,
all
there's
of
people
my
that do
skin
that, I
products in a
guess.
fridge.
Oh,
It tightens
I
up
was
your
wondering
skin.
what that was.
But it
Continue
makes
your
sense
story.
though,
Sorry.
because it helps to tighten up those parts of your skin. Yeah.
Anyway, so going back to what I was saying, I'm crocheting Maeve a beanie for the first time. I've never made a beanie before, and I'm actually super dedicated to this. So I'll probably finish it. But my crochet stuff
Probably.
I've kept going. I've tried like diamond art like diamond art where you take like the little jewels and you put them in little spots to make like a
Bedazzling?
diamond
yeah, I was gonna
painting.
say,
Bedazzle
like,
it?
let's not give it a fancy term.
Don't church it up.
No, there's no
son.
like, yeah.
Bedazzling.
I mean, it looks really cool, but man, it takes a long ass fucking time. So I did like maybe 5 minutes of that, but I bought like 3 or 4 kits for it,
Cool.
and like these organizer containers and all of that for all the little jewels. I have not even tried to organize it. And then I tried like color by numbers, like with paint pens. With like these Disney books at the bottom, they have a guide that has the colors designated to the numbers. And I bought this giant pack of paint pens so that I could like perfectly match all of the colors at the bottom. And I've been doing that a lot, but I'll take big breaks in between that. But I just find these hobbies that people do on TikTok and I'm like, that looks dope.
Dude,
and
you
then
sound
I'll
like my
buy
sister
all the
so
shit
much.
The
for it.
hyperfixation,
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
I'll
it
buy
is.
all the shit for it. I'll do it one time and then like never fucking do it again.
No, see, like
I've
I'll
been
do
falling down a record rabbit hole. I've
Yeah.
been buying a bunch of records lately.
like what? Let's judge your taste.
Well, I mean, it's been mostly like movie scores and like and things
Well,
like
Maeve
that. Like, I
also
got-
really likes the record
yeah,
player.
she gets
Yeah.
like super jazzed about it.
What'd you get, though?
So I got the Sonic Frontiers one and
Yo,
the Sonic movie.
Frontiers. So I've been jamming out to some
been
Sonic
great.
OSTs. That shit.
They fuck.
No,
dude.
no, Sonic.
It fucks
I'm
so
joking.
hard,
Sonic,
bro.
Sonic does go
that
crazy
neon,
on music
that
for
neon
some reason.
white game. I haven't played the game yet, but I've heard it's really good and apparently has a good soundtrack. So I bought that because it was like I found it on Amazon. It was like the last one. I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
I have the Persona one Brie got me a while back. Which was
a
like kind of
nice
the
one.
first one. Yeah.
Dude, I know
It
the
had, like,
Stardew Valley
3 or
one
4
hit.
That had like 3 or 4 records in it,
Yeah,
didn't
there's
it?
like 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got like the Scott Pilgrim one. I got the
game or the movie?
I got the game. I got the
'Cause the movie
Marvel
soundtrack fucks,
movie. I
too.
hate when this happens. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's been a vibe.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Because,
No,
well,
that's
because
right.
it's cool because what it is there's 2 records, right? One of which, or it's double sided or whatever. One of which has like the actual soundtrack with the music, like the actual music that they play in the movie. And then the other side or the other record is like the actual like instrumental OST. And I didn't know that. I thought it was just going to be the one. So it was like the fact that you could kind of just pick and choose what you have. I thought was pretty cool.
Did you already say the Nightmare Before Christmas one?
Oh yeah, I got the Night Before Christmas one. Dude, they put some sick designs on these fucking things, dude.
No,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
I love that.
Like it's been
they
sick.
they make it cool for you to actually display
Yeah.
as opposed
But
You
I-
gotta
to
figure
got
out
it
how
from
to
them.
like. Oh, we also have the records from Rhett and Link.
Oh yeah, I haven't even listened to
Now,
those yet.
my ex-girlfriend, her dad does like this really cool thing to where like beside his record player, he has like this wall mount thing that says now playing. And like he actually just puts the record in that's
Is there an
playing.
Arcane record?
Yeah, I think there is actually.
You,
You gotta figure
it's
out
been
a way
while
to
since
like
I've owned a record player,
store
but don't you have to
those.
oil your records?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure out. I do want to find a
I'm
place
aware
to,
of.
to
I-
store them.
I think you have to
You gotta
oil
change the
them.
needle
They
on
all
your
suck,
on your.
though.
Well, you got to change your needle, but I
Yeah.
think you
It
also
would
got
be
to
cool
oil
to
them
put them
too at
on
some
that,
point.
like,
you got
wall
to
behind the
hold
couch.
on.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because like I used to have a record player.
I've never heard of oiling
work
records.
You have to like
Yeah, it would
it's
look
like
really
a treatment
cool.
or something, condition.
Because yeah, like I've been trying to store a couple things because I've been buying a bunch of records, right, and they just kind of get placed into a corner on the shelf somewhere.
Yeah.
And I have to go through all of them anytime I want to. And then right, because we're doing the web comic we're working on, right? I've been like buying a bunch of comics and like kind of checking them out. And same thing, there's no good ways to store comics.
I mean,
Like-
outside of like getting the sheet in the box and stuff like that.
It's been
no.
like, dude, it's so annoying that it's been
Yeah.
making me like try to think of like, even with 3D printers, like, is that something that we could come up with as like a better way to store them?
Right. Oh, I'm sure
But I
there
don't
is.
know.
Or there's probably something we don't know
I
about
mean, you could
that
probably
they use for like
you could
museum
literally
shit.
look it up on TikTok and probably get an answer.
True.
See, the way you guys talk about this is like what I do with like books. Like I'll get like hooked
Yeah,
on like a
there-
specific subject.
There is one. It's not cheap though.
Is it?
No, it's there's currently one that's being bid on that's at like 50, but like, yeah, it's probably gonna be it's probably gonna be like $100, $200, depending on, because it's got 3 days left and it's
You
already
should go
over
to
50.
like a record store,
That'd
like
be
in
cool.
downtown. They probably have like a couple small record stores and see what you
That
can
would
find.
be sick if we actually looked
Even
up,
if
like,
it's
a
just
couple
like
random
somewhere you
stores
like the
that.
art of the record and you
Yeah.
don't know the band. It's like
Yeah.
a good way to find new music.
It's been like a weird ritual. Like, I don't know, man. It's I've been getting to this weird point where like, obviously I still watch a lot of YouTube and stuff, but like I more and more find myself like wanting to get away from like I don't know. It's like a physical media. I don't know if it's because I see things getting taken away, but like having the record and like the act of physically grabbing the record and choosing it and being like, I'm going to listen to this now, and like putting it on and actually going through it. And like certain games, like I don't know, dude, I'm so done with just the direction everything has gone with digital media,
Yeah.
because it's like it
feels like a scam now.
It feels like a scam. There's been all this thing where like Steam finally legally has to acknowledge that like
It's not your game.
You are not buying to own this game.
You are leasing this game.
leasing the game as a license, and like
Yeah.
Yep.
all of those issues have been coming up, and it's just like, bro, like it's between that and now even managing like my digital library, because games have gotten so big that none of my games are ever fucking installed on the consoles. And like I'll go to open a sale. There's 5 to 6 to 7 different sales on the Xbox store and PlayStation store and Steam store every day. Every day there's a sale. The sales are 100,000 pages long.
yeah.
So it's like anytime I even want to look at what's there, it's like
You get stunned like
it's,
by like,
I'm gonna spend an hour and a half scrolling.
You get decision paralysis.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like
Whereas before you'd walk into like a game store and be like,
Yeah.
"Yo, that box art looks dope."
Dude,
and
it's
like
like
that's how
that.
you buy. That's how I found Darksiders.
Yeah, it's that, and like it's happened like even on like Amazon or like shopping. Like I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna order some stuff from this place. They have some cool stuff, and I'll get to like page 3, and I'm like, I'm just done. Like there's 50 pages.
Yeah. I don't
Like,
care about any of this.
No, I'm just
Like
like
box lunch.
yeah, box lunch.
Box lunch has like 500,
But
600
everywhere,
pages.
like even
of stuff.
Amazon lately, like unless it's a very specific thing that I'm like, I need this thing, I like find myself, I don't even enjoy shopping anymore.
That's why I don't go
if I'm not in
shopping. Instead, I
person.
just buy shit I need.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
buy
like-
shit I want. I buy shit I
Yeah.
need, and I don't go shopping
I
because
don't.
it's just I'm tired.
I don't
of it.
want like. I don't want for anything. Like I said, like with books or something like that, I'll get like a specific bug up my ass about like something I want to read about. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm currently going through Mythos by Stephen Fry and still trying to get through Botany of Desire, which is about like, you know, the evolutionary link between humans and plants and like how each one evolves for the other.
Jesus.
But
Sean's smarter than us if you
I
didn't
mean,
know.
when it comes to wants, though,
no, I
like,
just have different intro. Like
I'm not shitting on you.
No,
I'm being
no,
honest.
but I'm like, I hate the idea where it's like, you know, he's smart. Like,
He reads.
yeah, but no, it's like,
He's
dude,
an
He
intellectual.
has glasses. He reads.
yeah, I have glasses.
Resident
yeah.
nerd. I'm like,
Yeah,
resident
yeah.
who wears
Fucking
glasses? Nerd.
Yeah, loser.
Breeze like glasses.
yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah,
Who knows?
But no,
Who
it's,
needs
no, it's like one of
glasses?
those, like, you know, it's just you learn about something, and it's like I get the bug up my ass to learn about it, right?
No, I get it.
Speaking of, I know you guys only get what you need, but when it comes to wants, it is almost the season of I need to know what everybody wants so I know what to get everyone for Christmas.
go through this every
especially you.
Yeah, I was like,
I feel like I'm easy.
I'm
I
assuming
just-
me
Are
and
you
him, you have to get
joking
us
me right
nothing.
now?
I just buy the shit I
guys
need.
are simple. Like, can we address this? Shopping for dudes is not hard.
Shopping for you every year.
It's not.
It is
It
now
really
the
isn't.
6th Christmas of us together.
I feel like it's not
don't
that
know how people
complicated.
who are together for like 20, 30 years still buy their significant other gifts because
Here's some
my-
fucking socks.
what
my
do they
parents-
get after 20 years?
You buy him some vinyls.
Well, duh. I mean, this year he's getting into newer things, so like it's a little bit easier. But like normally, I just have to like guess and hope that he likes it.
Buy him vinyls, anything Kingdom Hearts.
Well, no, I've already. I see. That's the thing,
Potentially
though.
anything Pokemon related.
I've already done that. I've already given him.
I'm out of all the shit like that to buy him.
No, because I don't want to get him like a plethora of Pokemon stuff because that's just like too much. So I try to get him like 2 big gifts and then like a couple little gifts that I think he'll find
rather than
cool.
He already has a Chopper thing. Get him an Usopp statue now.
See, that's the other thing. I don't know a fucking thing about One Piece, but I did get him some.
Speaking of Usopp, okay, I have to get this out because I'll forget.
Hey,
if
he
not.
brought up One Piece.
I
It's
saw a
it's
screen where there's a scene in Walking Dead where they're driving, and if you zoom
One
in,
day I'll
there's
finish a
graffiti
complete
on the
sentence.
wall, and it's just straight up Usopp, bro.
That's
It's
awesome.
not like it could be Usopp. No, it is literally
It is
just
just
Usopp.
Usopp.
So Usopp is canon to the Walking Dead universe.
That's fucking awesome.
I've gotten him like a couple of the what were they? They were like these big poster sized One Piece. Was it from the manga?
Oh yeah, I ended up buying myself some of those because
the
you got
posters,
that for
yeah,
it.
they're sick.
Yeah, and then
I like that shit.
and then he posted a thing about it on Twitter, and it got like thousands of
Yeah, no,
likes.
I bought it because of that.
And like a
Yeah.
shit ton of
was
promotion
sick.
for this one person, and like a bunch of people ended up buying from them. So they ended up making me a deal because I got him like 3 more because
was
people
sick,
kept
yeah.
getting more from them. And then last year I got him like 2 game consoles that were like not put together, but they were framed so you could see each individual piece
It's like
that
a
goes.
PSP, but
Yeah,
all of the stuff broken down.
blown
Those
out
are sick.
blueprint kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was all the pieces, like physically, like in a
So-
frame.
Yeah.
The problem
So
is
you're not
that's
out of
the-
ideas, is what I learned.
No,
No, the
and that's the
problem
thing though,
is-
is it took me months to like pin down what I thought would be the perfect gift that he would.
And we're in November now.
I just always tell her, I'm like, I don't
That's
need a
the
gift.
thing.
I don't need
It's
a
like I'm
gift.
trying to figure out what that big gift can be that he'll be like remembering, that he like puts up in frames that he's like proud of it. Because one year I'm gonna get him something and it's just gonna end up like in the closet and I'm gonna be like, oh, that gift sucked. Every year I've been really good at it.
Do you have gift giving anxiety?
Yeah,
No,
there
100%.
is some anxiety
100%.
here. Jesus.
No, big time. I
No.
will overthink and overthink and
No,
overthink
bro.
my gifts to
I,
people like
Like
crazy.
my family, I'll be like, "What you want?" And they'll be like, "Oh, just pick something out for me," and I will pick something out for them. And if they don't like it, I'll be like, "That's a goddamn shame."
I just want people to like what I give them
Yeah.
so much for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Do you need
I just-
validation?
I
Funny
think
enough,
so. I think
coming
that
up
comes
with-
from being an older sibling, though.
Oh,
I think it
no,
depends
trust me,
on-
my sister in no way has any sort of
I think
anxiety
it
towards
depends
pleasing
on
me.
I think it also depends on interests, right? Like I feel like if you gave me 15 minutes, right? 15 minutes, buy Christmas gifts, and I had to go through the list, right? I had 15 minutes for you, 15 minutes. I feel like Sean would be the easiest.
Yeah, 100%.
Because like he has very similar to
Do
me.
we need to make this a video?
No, we should.
Like each one of us
we
has
actually
to buy
prob-
gifts for
we
each other,
actually
and we have to
probably-
record the person who's literally trying to buy gifts. Like, fuck, what are they gonna get? I don't know if they're gonna like this.
We
Like,
actually
just
should
make that
do
a video.
that. We should do that.
that's-
I want to
Yeah,
do
that's
Secret
like-
Santa within the entire company.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
But like
I
you
think
know,
Secret Santa with all of the staff would be great.
me and Sean have like interests of
Yeah.
things that the things that we have an interest in, there's a lot of different things for that interest.
Yeah, yeah.
Where like Eric, right? I could get him some disc golf shit, but that I don't know what the fuck disc golf shit to buy.
Well, that's why when he
Right?
made us the brownies, and I was like, I feel like I should get him something to say thank you. And I was like, fuck, I guess I'll just look for discs. Like,
Yeah, because it's like
That's
because
awesome.
Eric has like he likes his video games and he
Yeah.
likes his disc golf, but like the video games, he's also a digital person, so it's not like you're gonna get him an old retro game because he doesn't play those. And
Yeah,
the
you don't
games
really
that he
give a shit about that kind of
No,
thing.
Retro
like-
games?
Yeah.
I like retro games.
But
I
it's
like going back to them. But like,
is it like object permanence? It's fun while you're there, but as soon as you
Yeah.
walk away, like who fucking
I just feel
cares?
like he's not
Yeah.
very
No, I feel you.
materialistic.
No,
No.
he's not.
No.
And,
Yeah.
and Bree is a very similar way where like her interests, there's fucking nothing for it. Dude, like her favorite game is Ori. Good luck finding anything Ori related. There's
I
fucking
still
nothing,
have my
bro.
Ori hoodie.
Not
too.
now.
Like I, have,
That was a long time
I got
ago.
her an Ori. She has an Ori plush, and she has this
The
like
game's
Ori
like 10 years
collector's
old.
edition. There's fucking nothing
Yeah.
for it, dude.
That's not the only thing I'm interested
No, I know
in.
that, but then like your other interests,
I mean,
like
Call of Duty.
or like she's into the crochet. what the fuck yarn am I supposed to get?
You know what? No, here's the perfect gift
But
for
you
her,
got to
bro.
put the
Like,
thought in. The thought is what
I
counts.
make him a wish
I think
list.
I do a good job.
I make an
but
Amazon
hers
wish
are-
list.
Make a wish list.
I
Is
make
it-
an Amazon wish list and I send in the
Nah, I
link.
I get some
Nah,
from
dude,
that, and I get some
you
from
need to
my
get
own.
her tickets to a TED Talk where it's just about serial killers.
Dude, honestly, that would be
funny,
so
actually.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
she'd be down for that.
Honestly, we all need to go to that one. That would be
concert
kinda
tickets, like, I want things that like I can go out and do
Yeah.
because I feel like we've just collected so much stuff.
Well, because we've entered
At
this
this point-
new era. Well, because we can't leave, right? Like we went from fucking being full-time streamers who fucking
Yeah.
just streamed all the goddamn
And you
time,
stayed at home all the time.
right? And then COVID happens,
Yeah.
And you're
then
forced to stay at home
and
all
now
the
we
time.
have we have kids now, and like her dad just recently moved here, but prior to her dad being here, like we didn't have any fucking body to babysit. And every time we'd
And it's
hunt down
also
a
like
babysitter,
Well, the thing
$20
is,
an
if y'all-
hour.
If y'all needed a babysitter, it's because you're doing something with us.
yeah,
Right.
And
usually.
so it's like, it's not like we could show up to be the babysitter.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
and-
if you're offering.
He's closer.
No, we still haven't celebrated our 6-year anniversary.
No.
That was in the beginning of
we
September.
literally, because Brie was recovering from her surgery, and she was on a very strict diet at the time, so she
You
wasn't.
couldn't show up and get some bland mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
and,
exactly. Like
put
we
a candle
we
in
couldn't
there.
even go to a restaurant. Like I think we even checked, and I was like, "What about like a steakhouse or something?"
Yeah.
And like she even asked them, and they were like, "No."
Nah, bro, everything's salted and buttered.
And then
to,
since then it's
fucking-
like
yeah.
we've tried to get a couple, like we started to go down the rabbit hole of like, all right, well let's start getting babysitters, right? It's like, well, if they're babysitting the house, we have cameras in the house, like, if they're trusted, they have
Yeah.
reviews, like, it's we at least have cameras, just at least, right? At the very least. And dude, they just kept canceling on us. Like day of.
Yeah.
Like
or like
like,
hour before.
It happened like 3 times to the point where we just stopped trying to hire babysitters because we were like, what the fuck is the point? Like you make all these plans and then they just bail. And, and
Right.
after the 3rd time, it's like, well, fuck me, I guess.
Well, luckily we have my dad here almost now, so we can start
Yeah.
going on date nights again. But goddamn, this weekend we're
Wow,
finally
you're cheating
going
on
and
me
celebrating
with your
our
boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
can't
right?
believe this
Wow.
is happening to me.
my roommate.
My world
Yeah.
is tumbling around me, Eric. Hold me.
Oh no.
You just got to cuddle. Get closer.
Yeah. The pillow's there.
Yeah, it's connected to
and,
both
and,
of us.
yeah, it's potential energy.
When's your
there.
guys' next date night?
Yeah. When's that happen?
Hey, right now, we're doing it right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
his date
This
night.
is date night.
I got tacos
This is
for
date
everybody.
day.
earlier.
Yeah, he did get tacos.
Yeah.
Date
we got
breakfast.
to share a meal together.
Brunch,
Yeah.
even.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
See, Eric eats with me.
Yeah.
So
True.
I mean, that's
And Sean even-
out of all my lovers, Eric is the one that eats with me.
And when I'm saying this is like the second time you bought food for Brie, and she has just refused to eat with you.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
To be clear,
I even
it's
get the
a
specific
small
name.
You
She
get the
likes.
specific thing she
Bean and
likes.
Because I pay
cheese
attention because
taco.
I'm a fucking
He
friend.
cares because he cares.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat anything with beans at 10 a.m.
Wow.
Beans are fine
The
in the
British just fucking wept.
Oh, shut the fuck up. You make fun of their beans all the time.
Yeah, because they're disgusting.
Yeah, that is disgusting to
Wait,
eat that for breakfast,
wait.
but you are a weird picky eater.
So when
I'm not picky. I just don't
Oh
eat in the
my
morning.
God. What?
No, can we unpack this? Because like
no fucking way.
Yeah, no way
I
you
hear
just
this
came out of that.
all the time when I'll go to ask something and I'll mention that she's picky and she always like turns in his argument of like I'm not picky and it's like I just don't even know what to say at that point because I'm like this is just an undisputable fact.
Yeah,
but you're
no.
gaslighting me.
No, but I am picky, but the reason
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
know.
eating that isn't because I'm
Because
not
you're
picky.
picky.
It's because of the time of day. I just don't eat in the morning.
But you are also picky.
It is, but it doesn't have anything to do with the bean and cheese taco.
I think it is.
It's
I would
a
eat that
bean
shit up
and
if it was,
cheese
like,
taco
late afternoon.
It's supposed to be a breakfast taco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
we
bean
tried to
and
give.
cheese.
Okay,
Yeah,
so let me
some
ask you,
people eat
Brie.
that.
Okay, if beans is too early, why don't you have the egg and bacon tacos instead?
Yeah.
Because I don't eat it in the morning.
Yeah, but no, it's
All I
like,
eat are my
see, that's-
energy drinks.
But you don't get here till noon.
I get
And
here at
that's not the
11.
morning.
11.
That is brunch.
That is still
But,
morning
you know,
time.
No.
But we didn't start recording until 11:30.
I was here at 10 o'clock today because I had my meeting here because like with all my dogs, I didn't want to have like my doctor's appointment on the phone while my dogs were barking. But no, yeah, you guys strolled in at like 11. You strolled in like it was like 11:30, getting closer.
11 o'clock. I literally turned onto the road at
Okay, today was 11 because it was podcast day, but that's still lunchtime.
So get the fuck out of here.
You're not
Turned
wrong.
onto the road at 10:57. So probably
don't
got
you
here
dare
at like
say I was late.
11:02. Okay.
So
let's talk about Halloween real quick. All right, because before I forget, so we took Maeve trick or treating, right? And last year, she could
Dude,
not,
your kid is trying to be.
she couldn't walk on her own last year, right? So
Collateral
like you had to
damage.
pretty much carry her around.
We carried her in a wagon,
Yes, but
you carried her. We traded.
When you have to go trick or treating and it's awkward because the kid can't speak, can barely grab the candy, and can't walk on her own.
She could grab the candy.
Wait, did you
Barely,
do that weird
barely.
annoying parent thing where you're like, say trick or treat, and they're like, blah, 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 blah.
So with Maeve, I didn't even try to get her to say trick or treat. I got her to say thank you because she knows
Okay.
thank you.
That's
With
good.
Evie,
That's
we
good.
made her say trick or treat because she's almost 6 and
Well,
she can definitely say
She can speak the Lord's tongue.
Yeah. So, we're going through and it starts where all of the houses at first in the beginning were people either in their driveway with a table set up or.
By the way, this Halloween experience
Way better.
vastly different than last
Well,
year's
I'm assuming as they get
experience.
older, right, it's gonna
Well,
get
no,
cooler.
this neighborhood popped the fuck
There were
off.
so many
like,
people.
holy shit.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I made 100. We don't hand out
I
candy
mean,
at our
y'all
house.
are in a kind of popping off area. I'm not surprised.
Well, we were not prepared, and I thought we were.
Get paid. They get
Right?
to actually live in the nice
We-
neighborhood.
I fucking hate you. There's going to be conspiracy
my moss
theories on
covered
Reddit
crate
one
that
day.
I currently live in is starting to drip
So
from
I'm
the
not
rain.
materialistic. I
See,
kinda-
you know what? It makes sense now why
You can only
we
be
have so many
materialistic
rumors.
if you can afford materials.
So instead of this year of just handing out candy, I make goodie bags of like 6 candies plus stickers plus Pokemon cards, right?
They
She's
include
so
sort of
extra.
stupid
Bree,
stickers.
Bree,
We
it
should
is
do
trick
that.
or treat.
Villains the worst
not
stickers
going
next
to
year.
school
Ooh, fuck.
and share them with the classroom.
I grew up where we never had trick or treaters because we
What?
lived in like a roundabout.
I
Like
don't have-
not,
I never had
not
trick or
like
treaters.
a
I didn't
loop,
give a shit this
but
year.
like you would just, it was
Eric
a
just turned off
road.
his
You would
lights like,
turn it
"Fuck them
off.
kids."
Damn right.
I did.
And it was just like
I
a
don't blame
loop
you.
of houses. It
I
wasn't
forgot
like
to
a
get candy.
cul-de-sac. So no one wanted to go down the dark loop. And so everyone just passed us. So we never had trick-or-treaters when I was growing up. And I've always just wanted to be that house that like kids liked a lot and thought was super cool.
No,
so we've
because
always
so Bree, it's not that mentality. Oh my God, this house is super cool. It's they're giving out the king sizes. Go pick that shit up
No,
now.
that's not true.
That is the conversation.
That is 100%.
That is the conversation.
we've
trick-or-treaters have.
had people taking
If
pictures.
a house is
Yes.
giving away
There-
king sizes and they're hooking up,
there's a
you
full-
are
yeah.
you are literally like go back.
Nah,
go
that
back.
is the kid equivalent of flashing your lights when there's a cop ahead.
There
Okay,
was-
I get it.
Yup.
So, but there was not a single house that was doing that.
No.
Not
No.
one.
And there's kids when we really decorated all out last year, there was so many people taking pictures in front of our house because they thought it was dope. And that's like always been my goal. Is like I want people to think our house looks dope, that we give out dope shit. And the
Yeah,
second
but
you give
y'all
out
are in a real nice neighborhood. Y'all ain't flexing on those people.
We should have decorated
We could.
more. We just totally didn't think next year we'll definitely do better.
So what
Suck
it
up
was
on us.
you brought like a subpar game and you just got blown out the water by the.
not
No,
at all.
no.
Our house was infinitely better than most of the houses on our
Yeah,
entire area.
I think we could just do better next year after we took a.
If we would have actually
So if
got-
there was a competition between you and the
Bree
other
said,
houses,
we did good, but I have notes.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, after we saw some of the other houses, after we walked down where we've never
Right.
been, in
dude,
this
the
part of our
alien
neighborhood.
house was sick.
There's a house that does like a theme every year, and this year it was aliens, and they had
all they had was aliens.
and
That's
they had
kinda
this
dope.
giant inflatable of like a cow being risen into a
What?
UFO.
Yeah.
and no,
that was all they had was green lights, green aliens,
Dope.
and this cow blow like
And it
inflatable.
was
kinda
by
fucks.
far the coolest fucking house.
Well, it was cool to see, like, it was like the idea of like, it's not just a bunch of random shit. They had a theme
Yeah.
and they executed. And
Yeah.
they didn't have a lot of decorations. There was maybe like 4 or 5 things, but it was just like the way it was set up.
did you
was
meet
sick.
the owners of the house?
No, they were
Yeah.
all outside,
Yeah, they were outside.
decorated as aliens.
Yeah.
It was super
That's kind
dope.
of dope.
Yeah.
No, there was like a whole in my neighborhood. There was like competition for like best
Yeah.
Halloween yard or whatever, and like this one dude did a full. It kind of spoiled Harry Potter for me, but he did like a full like Harry Potter scene,
That's kind of sick.
and it
That's
was like
awesome.
I mean like I always took a picture and sent it to you guys because it was like it was like handmade too. It wasn't like he bought like a bunch of shit and just like placed it here and there. Like they made it.
Now that's actually
It's
sick.
crazy.
Oh yeah, so I forgot the reason why we were bringing it up. So Maeve can walk this time, and she's doing her thing. So she has her candy bag, which holding
Who?
the candy, Maeve.
Who's that?
I hate you.
Edith Maximus.
Edith Maximus.
Edith
Sorry.
Maximus.
So she's the candy bag, like it's dragging on the ground,
Of course.
right? But it was
Edith
this constant
Maximus.
thing where occasionally she'd hand
She's
it to
beating
me.
it to death before
Yeah.
she's tenderizing the
Yeah,
candy.
exactly. And so occasionally, towards the end when it was getting heavy, she'd have me carry it, but then she would take it back and go to her thing. So the first few houses, it was all people either in their driveway with a table set up.
Which I'm learning is kind of the new norm.
Yeah.
That is
No,
the
they
norm.
did that in my day. Like
A lot of my
everyone
neighborhood
did.
was
it.
Yeah, they just
Like,
sit out in
they were
chairs.
Which sitting
I like
out there,
it.
and like one of them had movies playing on like the
Yeah.
I will
garage.
say it's way more convenient because you don't even have to guess, are they home, are
Yeah.
they not
Yeah.
home? It's just, and it was nice. And so
Well, in the
first
cul-de-sacs,
few-
all the cul-de-sac will sit outside like on the main road
Yeah.
and,
And
like
they'll
all
do it
together.
together.
Well, like,
Yeah.
and what's cool is like the people in their driveway were just like shooting the shit with each other when
Yeah.
like no one was there. So
Yeah.
like it kept them entertained as well. right?
Exactly. So it was good, and we're going through, and so after I don't know 5, 6, 7 houses, something like that, we finally get to a house that
Yeah.
involves knocking, and they go, they knock, Evie knocks, lady answers, dog gate, dogs barking,
Right, always.
husband behind the dog gate, and they knock, she opens the door, Evie says trick or treat, Maeve walks right into their house. Just fucking steps up, walks in. The
It's like,
husband,
excuse me.
the husband bursts out laughing. He cannot stop. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And of course, it's this weird thing of like,
Now
all
you
right,
have to go in their house.
yeah, so it's like luckily she didn't get that far. So I'm like, it's like that thing of just like, okay, do I just try? I'm trying to reach her without stepping into their house.
Edith said, "I see no cameras."
yeah, and it's like, oh my God, she did not. And
Do you have snacks?
yeah. And of course, right, like they thought it was funny, but it was like, oh my God, you can't just walk into people's houses. And then, so now I'm on edge, right? Because this is the first time where I'm standing a few feet back to let them do the thing. Because it was such a packed neighborhood
Right.
that there was kids constantly coming. So I don't want to be the dad that's like up the kids'
the
asses.
way,
I'm in
yeah.
the way of the other kids, so I'm trying to
Yeah.
stand back. And now from this point
No, that
forward,
parent
it's like,
was always annoying, bro.
it's like, well, fuck. Now I have to bring Maeve up and be ready to just snatch her because she fucking tried it again. Every person that
That's
opened the
awesome.
door, she like tried to just walk right in. And
Thanks
it's
for your
like,
house, bro.
bro,
To be
this kid
fair-
has no fucking stranger danger at all.
To be fair to her, this is only her second Halloween.
I was gonna say, yeah, she's
Yeah.
too young
First-
to know stranger danger.
First
of course,
Halloween, and
yeah.
she never has had it.
yeah,
Girl
I get
has
it.
never had any stranger danger. First day of daycare, didn't give a fuck.
No.
She just didn't give a shit. Any new person who enters
No,
her,
I drop her off at school. She hugs me, walks off, and that's
she
it.
doesn't even hug me. She just walks away.
She's like,
Oh no, I get the hug.
Damn.
No,
I get
she
the
doesn't
hug.
give
You
a
get
fuck.
no love from Edith
no,
Maximus?
no,
Yeah.
no. She and never even first
And you,
day of
you
daycare.
carried her
She
for
goes from-
9 months.
dude, she
Yeah.
goes from
Shit.
Edith Maximus to Huggus Minimus.
Yeah.
like at gymnastics, everyone at the beginning like sits in a circle and like introduces himself, and she'd just go and sit in everyone's lap, just like hello.
That was so annoying. Anytime I had to go to that.
You
Yeah.
went like three
No,
times.
I know, but the ones that
He
I
said
went
it
to
sucked
no,
every
but
time.
but the ones that she'd have me go to were the ones where like it was like everybody would show up. All
Oh
the
yeah,
parents.
he only went to
The
like the
parents were
events.
so annoying, bro. because they
parents
would-
suck.
It's like just let the kid walk. It's a fucking foam floor. What are they gonna do?
Oh yeah,
gonna
they're just
fall
like
on fucking
following
foam?
behind them, like with their
Like
arms
holy
outreached.
shit, man! Just let the kid, and then you can't go anywhere because the parents are all surrounding the area, and the kids can't fucking walk. It was annoying.
No, I feel you. No, parents literally make everything worse.
They do. I agree.
Parents make everything
Parents
worse. And
literally-
You know what? You shouldn't have. You should have just let Edith Maximus just walk in their house and
Yeah.
get snacks from them.
Yeah.
Because honestly, that would have saved you on money at the end of the
Yeah.
night.
Now, there's
because
been-
you know damn well if she would have walked in and been like snacks, they would have
Well-
totally
Yeah.
gave her snacks.
No,
The
there
other
was-
thing that's a benefit of her being only
Oh yeah,
not
the
two yet.
capitalism, their child, bro.
they capitalismed their child.
Yeah.
Talking.
Wait, what?
So Maeve has a milk allergy, and also it cannot eat many like hard foods like candy because she'll choke on them.
Yeah, I mean, she's not even two yet.
majority, I would say 98% of the candy in her basket she cannot eat. But you know who can are her parents. And we
They did
have
not. They
these
did.
little
They just-
teensy. We have these fruit snacks that are made for toddlers that are just like really small and easy to chew. And I traded her a box of those fruit snacks in order for her whole bucket. So we got all of her candy, and she,
Yeah,
you
dude.
know,
No, like legit.
it's okay.
So I
She
went through
thought
the
it was
candy.
a great idea.
No, I
she
straight
totally
up-
took
I
it.
No
went and
wonder
checked.
why she doesn't give you hugs.
No, dude.
She gives me plenty. Oh, she loves to give hugs, just not on drop off.
But
She's like, you're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
I actually did. Like, we got home, right? And it was like, Evie got her basket, and it was one of those things of like, take it home. Like, I want you to take it with you when you go home.
Yeah.
Like, take it. I don't want it here.
Take it to your mom, so we don't want
yeah.
to hear.
Because it won't be here if you wouldn't come
exactly.
back.
But with Maeve, so I start going through all her stuff to check because I'm
I'm like,
all right.
damn, this kid paid out.
Well, because I'm like, obviously, well, I thought it was funny because Maeve didn't get a lot of chocolate. She got a lot of like gummies and stuff. And I'm like, I'm going through and I'm grabbing, I'm like checking because I'm like, obviously, chocolate's out of the equation. But I start trying to think of like, okay, well, what can she have? Because I'm like, I want her to enjoy Halloween. Bro, every fucking thing had either milk or it was like something that she literally could not eat, like a fucking Laffy Taffy. Like the kid doesn't have enough teeth.
Well, I was like, do they still do like the Smartie sour? I know Smarties in England are like M&Ms,
there
but
was
like
no
here,
Smarties. There was no Smarties.
Yes, there was.
No, there wasn't.
that
Yes, there
feels
was.
almost illegal.
I did not. No,
Yeah,
funny
Smarties
enough,
is
like,
like,
I
Smarties
don't-
is like the filler candy.
if there was
Yeah.
any
Like-
Smarties, they were in Evie's basket.
Like
There wasn't a
Smarties is like
single-
that shit you start eating to space out the good candy, so like you don't
Yeah.
eat all
Yeah.
of it in one go.
Because you are probably right. She probably could have had that, but no, there was no Smarties.
Wasn't there like Spritz or something like another
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
circle ones that come in the square package?
Yeah.
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 it
dude.
was just like Skittles and stuff, which she can't have. And
Skittles
then,
are like the filler candy now.
Yeah.
There's so
What, really?
Yeah.
many Skittles.
I don't really like Skittles.
But
I
yeah,
will
like
say I
that
don't
was
like
the thing
them all
I
that much.
noticed. Like when we went, we like the little things that she put together, like the bag, like there was all the candy, there was stickers, there was Pokemon cards because we had the like Halloween. They do those
Yeah.
Halloween packs now every year. That it's like there's like
I
3
made
cards in there.
100 of those fuckers.
And, like, compared to what
all
we got-
gone.
Dude, we had the best shit easily.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like there was nobody was giving out full size candy bars. Nobody.
No.
And it was all like the same candy. I feel
And
like.
I understand why.
Are they expensive?
No, well, yeah, and the amount of kids going trick or treating in that neighborhood, there's no way they would be able to.
Good point. You'd have
Well,
to
if
buy
you
it.
had 100 bags gone,
No,
imagine like
no, not just that. 100 goodie bags I made. Plus,
Yeah.
we had
Extra
3 more full size big candy bags that my dad completely went through with all the kids. A box of fruit snacks that he went through with all
Damn.
the kids, and then at the end we were just handing out applesauce pouches because I didn't know what else.
Oh my
to
god!
hand
Surprised you guys didn't get egged.
I don't think that's
there
a
were
thing
so
anymore.
No,
many
so-
Because
kids.
everybody has a Ring doorbell.
No, so
now.
I gotta
Yeah.
ask. Like, I don't know. Maybe y'all's generation missed out on it. Do they still give out the? It's just like a taffy that is in like this orange or black wax paper.
I know what you're talking
and
about.
it's just
No,
a
there-
chunk of
I
taffy.
have
You know what
not
I'm talking
seen that
about?
anywhere, but
Dude.
I know
Oh
what
my
you're talking
god!
about.
Yeah,
I
you're
just thought
in
back
core
to
memory,
holy
bro.
shit.
No,
Yeah,
it was,
they don't
it
handle
was,
that
It was
anymore.
all like name brand candy, like all of it.
Yeah.
Well, it makes
Like
sense.
it was
around
all
here,
like
though.
fucking Snickers, M&Ms, like you know.
I will
to a
say-
Tesla.
You go to
Yeah.
other places in Texas, you get you a gun at trick or treat. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Here's some bullets.
here's some bullets.
The main candy that I've noticed that kids really like now, and I also really like, are the like Nerds clusters. You remember like the Nerds ropes had
Yeah,
that like
there was a bunch of those.
berry-
It's a better
The last
Twizzler.
nerds I had
That's
were
what, that's
blue
what it
nerds.
is. It's a better Twizzler.
That makes sense.
It's so good. Oh my god!
I used to like Twizzlers. They're
I-
so ass now.
They are.
I ate all of
They fell
Maeve's
off.
Nerds clusters. They were fire.
That's because
Alright.
you freaking you. Oh my god.
What am I supposed to do with it?
Tore her apart in that trade. That wasn't even a fair trade, Bree.
What am I supposed to do with
That
it?
wasn't a fair
So-
trade.
She gets a new toy like every other week.
So before we end,
Yeah.
two things. We're gonna have Sport of Stupid. Me and Bree want to show you guys something.
okay.
Yeah.
But also favorite Halloween candy. If we're doing this, then we'll go down the way.
So so going through, right, went through the candy.
Yeah.
You know, had it. I'm definitely a chocolate guy personally.
I'm not.
And so, you know, I as I've gotten older, I'm a big Snickers fan. I like Snickers. But there was one small candy bar that one of that was in there that I decided to try. It was called 100 grams.
Yes, best one.
I've never had one of these before in my life.
so good.
I've never had one.
That's how you know you're getting old.
It always looked like an old person candy. It
is.
I opened it.
It's so
It was
good.
fucking amazing.
No, it's got Rice
Oh my
Krispies and
God.
carrots,
It's
bro.
a
It was
100
so
grand,
good,
baby.
bro.
It's 100 grand.
But no, the undisputed.
It's the year he turned 30.
Yeah.
It's like, I really appreciate this now.
but undisputed best candy bar. There's two, and they were not in this Halloween basket. And disappointing is Take 5.
Yeah.
Is incredible.
Oh,
stopped-
God, I
it's
have-
because
they're so
they're
good.
not made anymore.
That's bullshit. They're
Is that
amazing.
why I don't
yeah,
see them
they're
anymore?
discontinued. I think
the-
during COVID.
Isn't
That's
like
crazy.
the
That's
Reese's
weird.
Fast Break or something like that? Also,
Yeah,
With
And then
something.
and then the second,
Oh, that was like the bar.
the
thing.
whatchamacallit.
Yeah,
call
right.
it.
Dude,
Yeah.
yes.
They're so good,
Whatchamacallit.
but nobody fucking knows about them.
No.
But they're
that's
amazing.
because that's old person
That,
candy.
that's zero
Yeah.
bars.
Yeah,
Like a
but
lot of
no,
people don't
dude,
know
like
zero
on some
bar.
real shit, the $100,000, those are amazing.
No, those fuck.
Like
Those,
if I
the-
ever buy
no.
a candy bar from a fucking gas station in the future, I'm getting one.
No,
of them.
those are like, well, the cool thing about like 100 grands is too, like they do like the Almond Joy where it's not like one lone bar. It's like
Yeah.
those bars, but there's like 4 of them.
Good. It's fucking delicious.
My favorite Halloween candy is the pumpkin Reese's. Are
those are
better
pretty
than
good.
any other
There
one.
was not a single one of those either.
What?
I had one.
Oh, damn, Brie Horton.
Damn.
I also remember, oh my God, we bought a whole bag of them and it's still in our pantry. We didn't even give those out.
You could have
There's
gave
like
those out
3
instead
bags
of
of candy in
applesauce.
our pantry that we didn't give out.
but those are the little cups. Those aren't the
No,
pumpkins.
they were the pumpkins. I bought the pumpkins, but
Since
I
when- how
saved
did I
them.
not know this?
I say because I made sure not to tell you because you would have been mad at me for telling
Well,
you.
That's true, 'cause I know what he
little
means.
tip from a pro here: put them in the freezer.
Oh God, they're so
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that's true.
If we
Put
have
them in
them
the
at home, those are going in the
Nah.
freezer the second
but
we
I
get
also
home.
go straight for like the Laffy Taffies and the Airheads.
See,
I
I've
think
never
they're
liked
so
those.
fucking
Same.
good.
Those
Same.
are kind of like it's just flavor
Or like
overload.
the dots.
It's just see, dots are different than Laffy Taffies, and
I've never been like
Is
that
Fast Break
type
still
of
made?
candy fan.
I have no idea.
And Brie
I don't
got
even look
these,
at candy anymore.
Yeah, same.
Brie got the Joyride candy, the Ryan Trahan candy recently, and that shit's actually really,
really good.
And I'm
Okay.
not like into
and
that
it's
candy
really low
normally.
calorie.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
dude, like it's like pretty low in sugar, so like you can get like a decent amount of like his stuff
Right.
for like pretty low.
Well, no, I
calories.
think it's
crazy.
sugar free.
I don't think it's sugar free, but I think it's like way less sugar. Than
Like
normal.
yeah, less sugar or whatever. Yeah. No added
Yeah,
sugars or
yeah,
something.
That is still made. So fast breaks are still made.
Okay.
It's basically just a bar of Reese's.
Nah, see, like piggybacking off the peanut butter and chocolate thing though, because like I'm not big into chocolate either, but like the best, my favorite was always, and I hate like the full size or king size because they just make a mess. Is Butterfingers, dude.
Oh
like,
my God.
Like fun size Butterfingers.
the
are
full size
perfect.
is too much.
Yeah, it's way too much. But like the fun
one
size is,
bite.
oh my God, because it's like that perfect mix of like the chocolate and the peanut butter, but then the peanut butter is also crunchy.
Have you ever had a Butterfinger Blizzard?
No,
That
Dude.
shit sucks.
delicious.
Yeah, of
So
course.
fucking good.
Yeah, but y'all,
I don't eat sugar hardly
Since we're discussing
anymore.
Dairy Queen real quick, y'all know about freezes, right?
No,
Freezes?
You don't know about a Misty Freeze?
no,
Misty.
that sounds
No.
like a porn
Bro,
name.
what?
It does sound like a porn name.
What? Okay, so basically, this is
I
something.
mean, I've
that-
seen her do some wild shit.
This is on this is on DQ's like hidden menu. Like it's it doesn't
Now, I've
show
heard
the
of a
menu.
blast
But
or
basically,
whatever.
what it is it's a Misty that they like a Mr. Misty where it's like a little small ice pieces.
Oh, like a
They-
slushy.
They blend that
Oh,
with
you mean like
vanilla
an
ice
icy?
cream. No,
Yeah.
it's literally called a freeze.
well, no, are you
But is,
like
is
comparable
it
to?
Yeah, is it like the consistency of like a slushy or an
It's
icy?
kind of like an icy.
I
yeah.
hate those.
What?
What?
Oh
Too
my.
cold.
Okay. Anyway,
Who are you?
But
Stay
anyway,
over there, Miss.
yeah.
I'm not
finish your
picky.
story.
Too cold.
Jesus.
This is why I come home to you.
I'm glad that I'm appreciated.
Proud of you.
What's your favorite Halloween candy?
yeah, answer.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's either a whatchamacallit, 100
man.
grand's also solid.
Hell
yeah, we are getting old, boys.
Reese's Fast Break and Butterfingers.
Dude.
I mean, because the thing is, okay, Three Musketeers, not bad, but it gets boring. It's
Three
really
Filler
Musketeers.
candy.
I used to love
Filler.
Three
No, I
Musketeers when
like
was
them,
younger.
but once again, just the fun size. Quick hit of
You know,
that.
funny
That's
enough,
enough.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a single Three Musketeer in either of their baskets.
I don't think it's as popular as it
Almond
used to be.
Joy. I used to fuck
Oh,
with
God,
Almond
I
Joy.
love
Dude,
Almond Joy.
hardcore.
That's what I learned this year is that Evie likes Almond Joy.
But then
Didn't
it's
know
like
that.
it's just kind of boring. Like
Yeah.
it's just chocolate with coconut. Okay, cool. Like
Now, the
there's-
100
love
grand,
coconut,
that
though.
shit was
but
life changing.
100 grand and like whatchamacallits, that shit
Hell
fucks.
yes.
All right. Well, before we end, we wanted to show you a clip.
Yeah.
For
Wait,
Sports
what's up?
Stupid.
We wanted to.
Sport is
Also,
stupid.
another thing, Oregon destroyed Michigan this week. Another
the
win in the pocket.
Thank you.
We are still undefeated.
Damn.
Wow.
Billy, let us know your
Go,
favorite
go,
Halloween
go.
candy.
Go team.
The rest of our year looks really easy too, so it should be an
You gotta be
easy
careful.
route into the playoffs.
Just use this. It works as a pretty good mouse pad.
Oh, hang on. I don't want to.
But we
fuck you
did
then.
have a
Oh,
couple
okay. Cut that out.
a couple of our main offensive players did get injured, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're gonna want to be
Tez
careful
Johnson,
of that.
who has been a very large part of success of the Oregon Duck football team, probably will not be in for a couple weeks.
Is this gonna? Does this have to be cut? Like, is this gonna fuck us?
They may
It
be able to
shouldn't.
cut like
I mean, it's being shared everywhere. If you look it
Yeah.
up, I'm sure there's.
well, they just need to include like the snippet
Yeah.
part, but we're gonna run you through the whole play. So for those that are familiar with the sports ball,
Go Eagles!
well, I'm a Panthers fan. We won. Bryce throwing dorts. So like, let this motherfucker throw.
what's
Canales.
happening.
Anyway, Bryce is starting to look like what we drafted him for.
Oh, okay.
Dan Morgan's picks, undrafted free agents, starting to show the fuck up. It's feeling good. We're 2-7, but we feel like we're 6-6.
Okay.
You know,
you're speaking a different language, but okay.
the games.
2-7 means they've only
we're
won 2
not
games.
a good football team.
And lost
it.
7.
Matter of
No.
fact, like it's we're on the
Do
embarrassment.
you see the
line.
numbers next to their names
Yes.
right there? That's the
That's
win,
how much they've
loss.
won and lost.
Gotcha.
So wins always go first, loss always goes second.
Okay.
And ties will a B at the end.
Also,
or
you are an
something.
Eagles fan. You just don't know it.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
Okay.
but
So,
we are a family, so we are
there-
an Eagles family.
There are
okay.
specific things that players can
So
do.
you're a Penguins family.
I
Or
guess.
a Ducks family.
I
Yes.
guess. Yeah.
Yes, of course he
yeah.
is.
Well, see, that's like when with Panthers fans, like we get along with like Bengals fans and Lions fans because we're cat bros.
Yeah.
Like because they're all they're cat
Family
masters.
of
that
cats.
tracks.
Yeah, and that's what it's called. Like, yeah, you know, like you'll like especially like on certain like forums, you'll be like, "Yo, cat bro, good luck today." Until you're playing each other, and then it's kind of like, "Hey, cat bro, good game." But so there's certain things you can do when you have the ball that are legal. Like you can stiff arm, which is more or less like pushing the guy off of you that's trying to tackle you. You can spin out of the way, or you can hurdle. And what hurdling is what it sounds like. You're literally just jumping over the guy trying to tackle you. Now, Saquon Barkley is one of the better running backs in the league, and he did something that no one's ever really done. And I'm not sure if anyone's ever really
Watch this
tried.
shit.
So, bro's going to get the ball here.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so, boom, missed. Spin move.
Damn.
What's that? Spidey sense? Yes. He turns around and does a backwards hurdle over
looks
the
like a
dude.
fucking
Watch this.
ballerina.
Spin
He
move.
just jumps
Sees the guy, knows he's going, and just hurdles
He
him.
just leapfrogged that guy.
Yes.
In reverse.
Bro, he's got hops.
No.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Is he was like pretty low to the ground
Yeah.
at that moment.
Yeah, no. And so
Yeah,
like
that's me, Gilfman.
And so somebody made a good point. Somebody made a good point that like these are NFL players who have seen
Oh yeah.
these are NFL players who have seen every play imaginable through their entire thing. And what's
Yeah.
the reaction of his own teammates when he does it?
Dude, they're like, no, he fell
They're like,
Yo,
what?
that guy was holding his face like, holy shit.
That's how insane it is. It's crazy to one
The guy
person-
almost got neutered.
Yeah,
Like,
well, but he completely just hurdled the guy. So it's insane to people who actively watch football.
Yeah.
It's insane to you guys who don't watch football, and it's insane to guys who play the same fucking level as him. Like that's how like crazy this is because like
Yeah.
you just don't do that.
Did
well, the fact that he also didn't fall after
Yeah,
doing
no,
that. Like he
so-
landed and continued
stuck the
moving.
landing.
funny that you talk about this because there's also another one where
Yeah.
they show the guy catching the ball.
Yeah.
Like behind the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that one.
No, I mean that can happen a good bit, but yeah, a lot of times like they'll pin the ball to the guy and then like roll it up.
Yeah, yeah, that's what happened.
yeah,
Literally,
yeah.
He was fully blocked, and
Yeah.
he just like the
Yeah.
QB. I think it was a Hail Mary. Like it was a Hail Mary that he did it on too, where he like literally like I
I wish you
forget.
remembered the team.
My
Yeah.
bad. Okay, just type in
Why
Hail
can't you
Mary
remember-
backwards catch
Why can't you remember the team here?
because I
Yeah,
don't
let's see.
I don't
Well, I
pay
mean,
attention
you
to
know,
sports.
if we can't find it, it's okay. You'll just have to remember to have it ready for next week.
No, I'm going to take you guys through like the hardest NFL hits and things like that because I mean you have like
It was like most
Yeah, well,
recent.
I mean,
yeah,
like,
it was
here-
this.
Oh,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
bro. This
Skip,
shit
it's-
was
it's-
nuts.
Skip it so it doesn't get claimed. It's probably
Yeah.
too long.
Well, the editor can just cut it. Cut it to where the play is.
Oh my god, the panic.
Yo, Jaden Daniels is he's a real
Why
one,
is
bro.
everybody falling?
Yeah.
Dude, look at this thing. Hail
Yeah.
Mary. Oh,
Wow.
this isn't the same one.
Yeah. No,
But
that was like a huge moment from last week.
That's
So-
insane, dude.
but
That's
dude,
Dude, look at the
insane.
guy's face in the
It
top
bounced
right.
off. Well, it bounced off of the guy.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
literally, he was just chilling behind him. He's just like, yo,
Yeah, no, it's Jaden Daniels, the quarterback for the Commanders. Like, bro was him. Like he's
Definitely
a rookie and doing a work
A
for that
section
team.
of Sport is Stupid will definitely be watching the like coolest plays of the week.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Nah,
That way you guys will. You guys don't need to understand
Sport
sports
could very
to
much
watch
be
cool
like a
shit.
15, 20-minute segment.
Oh,
where
yeah.
we
Yeah.
just fucking.
No, yeah, absolutely. Like I want to start doing like I want to steal it from Fear and they have like W's and L's of the week, like high and low lights of the week kind of thing. I think
Oh
that's a
yeah,
good idea.
I forgot we were gonna close out with comments.
And I want to start.
comments.
Well, we opened with a comment more or less, but
Yeah, true.
but it's also like one of those things that
Who's the dumbass of the week?
yeah.
Let's
Hold
see
on.
here.
We need the email for people to start sending in their stories because
But-
we definitely need to do another
Yeah.
If you're
Am I the
reading the
asshole?
comment, you have to do the Palpatine voice.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's
It
the
has to
rule
be the
now.
Palpatine voice.
Yeah, I now read all your comments in a Palpatine voice.
Let's see here.
They have an entanglement. We already knew Eric got the Riz. Are any of us really that surprised?
Oh yeah. Also, editor, put in the thumbnail of me on YouTube. Did you see that thumbnail?
What?
YouTube did me fucking dirty, bro.
What?
Look at the shorts thumbnails. I'm sort of stupid.
Oh yeah, well, you're just hanging your
yeah,
dick out.
man, yeah, just do fucking balls out for Harambe.
You
dude.
can use
Wait.
a blanket. Really, it's your choice for not using the blanket. That's your own
Wait,
fault.
what am I missing?
You know what? I can literally just bring it up.
I'll show you.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I can't find it now, so I don't know.
Yeah. Hang on.
Oh, is it this one?
Yes.
He's just shirt cocking.
Yeah, dude. Like I look like I'm fucking Daffy Ducking it, bro.
So funny.
Like I'm just sitting there and like it's like half of the fucking thumbnail is just my balls.
I'm happy that you pointed that out because I was looking on the wrong. That's totally uploaded to the wrong channel.
Oh yeah. No,
Well,
is it?
unless
I thought that was an arcane thing.
Oh, it's reaction. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought it was a podcast.
No, I'm like, bro, why you can't zoom me down a little bit or something?
No,
Like-
man, they want full balls, man.
Yeah, because half the comments are about that.
Yeah. You know where does Eric get all his shirts from?
The internet.
Oh, my bad. The internet.
This is one I wasn't here.
It's kind of funny that during the one episode Ruff isn't there, they all consistently talk about him anyways to fill the void.
Yeah,
To fill the
I
void.
literally actually I can see where people maybe think we don't like each other because I did shit talk you for like 10 minutes.
because people don't understand that we just fuck around and say out of pocket shit just to get a reaction.
So
out of
I don't know
people.
what was going on. It was during the Spaceballs reaction. Like you had to have had something in your hair, but we were getting comments about you fucking with your hair,
You
and
were
so
fucking
like
with your hair.
I
Oh my
went
God, it was
through,
so
and you
funny.
did have like a 10 or 15 minute span, bro,
Where
where
you're
you were
just
just
like-
like. Like it looked like you were like weaving a damn like cloth.
I probably had like a knot in the back of my hair and I was like trying to do that.
I'm assuming it was like something
No,
like that.
funny enough, like you getting this, so like I moved because I
cubes?
I can't fucking sit still, bro.
No.
Like I can't. That's why I'm
Well,
always
yeah,
moving
the
around.
ADHD thing.
Yeah, so like I started like with the fucking Nerf balls. I'll like have a couple and I'll just kind of like squeeze them, and then you guys got the balls. But prior to these, like I would just kind of sit there and I would just fucking fuck with my hair a lot. Where ever since I've gotten this, I don't do it as
And
much.
yeah, no, you can squeeze it. It gives you resistance,
Yeah.
you know? It's nice.
No, dude, there are people that get like weirdly like butthurt about just the fact that I have long hair in general. Like,
Yeah.
they just
Oh,
get
yeah.
really bothered by it for
Baldies,
whatever
dude.
reason.
Yeah, baldies.
Am I crazy or does Sean's shirt look AI generated?
No, Bree, you
Yeah,
gotta
no,
do
I
the
told them, I said,
Palpatine
yes,
voice.
you're
It's gotta be the
crazy. Yeah.
Palpatine
I don't
voice.
even know who the fuck that is.
You gotta talk like this. You gotta talk like
I'm definitely
Is
not
Sean's
doing
shirt
that.
AI generated.
That would make my
like you're
throat
evil.
hurt.
Yeah, you guys haven't given us any good.
Yeah, no
comments.
juicers?
No, there's no juicers.
Hold on,
Let's
is it?
see.
Well, hold on, because they could leave comments on Spotify now, right?
Oh,
was-
wait,
there
I
was,
got
there was
one.
some dude
I have
that was
one.
like
I
talking
have
shit
one.
about gay dudes, but like he's like, I
What?
fucked a dude, so it's okay.
I
It's
have
like,
one.
wait, what?
Okay.
I was
Bree's got
like,
one.
all right, bro.
I
It
have
was
one
so
from Shaun
weird.
of the Dead.
Okay.
The amount of man hating that comes from Bree is ridiculous. I have no idea why she thinks it's okay to say that. And at this point, I can't even watch it anymore. And do they not realize that the majority of their audience is male? Like, it wasn't even a joke either. Just straight, haha, men ain't shit and don't do shit. As if men aren't literally known for saving people's lives in, oh, I don't know, every single important job we got.
so butthurt.
Police, firefighters, the army, etc., etc. Like, y'all just lost me as a sub at this point.
Oh,
I refuse
no.
to support any man-hating content that we just have so much of shoved in our faces.
Meanwhile, he goes
Sad
to like
see,
his
honestly.
woman-hating podcast.
I just my thing is like anytime anybody uses the term shoved in our faces, it's literally like
Homie, you can move to the
It's
next video.
your algorithm.
Yeah,
It's also like, what do you think gets shoved in my face all the time about hating women? I don't give a
it's-
shit.
But it's those same people who are just like, it's not a joke. It's like, yeah, Tote's not a joke. We totally didn't just laugh and joke about it the whole time.
We have a Spotify comment.
oh,
Bree is a girl boss.
Hell yeah. Woo!
We got another one. Ruff and Bree are my favorite reactors.
Wow.
I watch their reactions
Wow. You know
every
what?
single time I watch one of your
See?
videos.
But apparently there's a lot of tension.
yeah, there's a lot of
You know,
tension.
apparently we're
But
on the outs.
see,
That was on the 9/11
and
episode,
that's
by the way.
compliments
That was
to
on
you
the 9/11
guys.
episode.
See, you're getting compliments. I don't want to fucking hear it anymore.
Yeah, get glazed
Wait, are
up,
we? Where?
bitch.
I get just as much hate.
That was
make
just
it-
literally a compliment. They said that you two are her favorite or their favorite.
I didn't
Yeah,
hear
they
that.
said that you're your favorite reactors,
Yeah.
bro.
yeah.
I blew one dude's mind. He.
Oh, I'm really glad you
He-
finished that.
Whoa, okay, all right.
I was
all
like,
right.
go
I was
on.
like, whoa.
Yes, tell me more.
Yeah.
He like
How do I be part
it's
of the
one of the
circle?
only comments that we've gotten on my hair recently, and he was like, Ruff, don't draw on your head to fill in your hairline. It looks weird. And I was like, homie, nah. I'm like, they cut some hair out the back of my head, put it on the front to make it more
Yeah, dude.
even, and it just hasn't healed yet. And he was like, that makes so much sense. He's like, that's way better than I thought what you were doing. But he thought I was just drawing on my
Oh, no, they
forehead
do
with
that.
a marker.
They do like they have like a powder or whatever
Yeah.
that they'll put in like a spray gun and like fill
My
in.
thing is like, if I was doing that though, wouldn't I have filled it in more?
I mean,
Like-
I don't know.
maybe
You know what I mean?
maybe
Like,
he
if I
thought
was gonna draw-
maybe he thought you were just stupid.
I guess. I guess, but I thought it was
Well,
funny.
So we have another Spotify comment.
Oh,
Okay.
damn!
This will be the last one.
I needed to ask something and would really appreciate an answer. At the end of the story, Sean mentioned his original plan before souping was to eat, go to the gym, and generally waste time before check-in. So since the gym was part of the original plan, why didn't he immediately head to the gym after spilling his soup? The gym has bathrooms and a shower and changing rooms. He could have pissed in a real toilet, not a bottle.
What is this? what is happening?
He could have had showered and changed his clothes.
Yeah, Sean, why'd you do that?
Because I was just covered in soup and my gym doesn't have a shower.
Yeah, fuck you, Billy. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Make sure if you want this a week early, you subscribe to
Yeah,
the
go to the
Patreon
Patreon,
on the Bronx
patreon.com/sorta
tier.
stupid.
You get it a week early.
You get a bunch
make
of our
sure
reactions.
You check out our Twitch streams. We
Yeah,
stream a lot now,
twitch.tv/sorta
so
stupid
make
crew.
sure you go there.
Yeah, do it. Do all the things.
I would say look up Billions of the World, but I don't know if the comic will be out I think it'll be out the week
So-
after this.
Watch the Ducks
So-
play on Saturday.
Yeah.
Root for the Ducks. I've actually earned a couple Duck fans.
I'm sure you have.
I have.
I'm
Bree,
sure
I don't
you
know
have.
if you earning Duck fans, girl. That's like there's a stadiums full of those
There is.
people. Though.
It's time to wrap up. See you next week. Bye, Billy.
Joy.